There's an idea that in the US, safety is preserved at all costs. But that's just simply not true. There's a lot of economic decisions made on whether or not we do things that are safer. Money matters. I was driving recently to a hospital and I saw a sign at the train tracks that said, no horns. So they're not going to sound a horn when a train comes by. I don't think anybody disagrees that that's not a safety issue. I think the issue is there's a residential complex there. I'm sure the people there don't want to be bothered with train horns all day long. And that's why they made a decision not to have horns. Seatbelts in school buses weren't common. In fact, they weren't mandated by law until recently. Just like when I was a kid, seatbelts were not mandated by law as well. You think it's free to put in seatbelts? No. They said, not that many kids die, but I thought the idea in the US is you don't want any kids to die from not having a seatbelt. That's just silly, right? It's just the money. We have this long safety briefing every time we go aboard a plane. Why don't we give everybody in underneath their seat a parachute just in case something happens in the air? Say, a wing drops off or something, and you need to evacuate. That way, that you could actually parachute on and have a chance versus die. Those missile strikes on planes, the accidental ones when somebody's shooting in the air. I don't think that a lot of people will necessarily die immediately, but I think that basically you're going to die if you're in 30,000 feet in the air and your plane's not going to fly anymore. Wouldn't it be great if you had parachutes and some people could, the ones still alive after a missile strike, could just jump out and just parachute down to safety? That require training? Well, that's fine. Maybe we should require training for parachutes, just like we are training for driving a car. Before you fly, learn a parachute, right? Again, it's money. The short and simple answer. Safety is not absolute in America. I think it's worse if you think it is.